My first time getting these bitches while I'm alive, you hear me?
I gotta give it to you while you here.
For sure,
You the main bird, you know we flying high together.
Man, saying we was all dead before, huh?
God believe that. Where that bitch foreign at?
Oh, and you know who I'm talking to. I got your last page to me.
Two artists that I signed. Two of my artists.
Damn, you are not playing.
A little dude named Rollo and another one named NoCap. They actually hard.
Lil Baby signed you or no?
Nah, I didn't sign a little baby.
If his ain't all moving together, they usually fall apart.
Yo, listen up. This whole situation between NoCap and NBA YoungBoy is sliding into a wild zone real fast. This ain't that basic industry back and forth. This right here feels like family flipping on family, and that always gets messy. These two Alabama artists got history, pride, and real pressure behind their words, and when that mix boils over, things get dangerous quick. YoungBoy jumped online trolling, cracking jokes about NoCap being too old to rap now, throwing shade like he wasn't expecting it to blow up. But NoCap had already fired off one of the coldest subliminals people heard in a minute, and that line cut deep enough to make the whole internet freeze for a second. But before we jump into the latest drama, let's rewind for a second, because this beef didn't start overnight. It was simmering long before everyone saw it explode. To really understand how things got this serious, we gotta take it back to when NoCap was just another hungry artist in Mobile, Alabama, trying to grind his way out the struggle. Back then, he was moving heavy with Rilo Rodriguez, dropping tracks, making noise, and trying to put their city on the map. They had a local buzz for sure, but truth be told, the industry wasn't paying real attention to Mobile yet, so they had to fight twice as hard to get noticed. Here's where the whole story flips. NoCap was getting embraced by two major camps at the same exact time, and that's where the lines started getting blurry. On one side, you had Lil Baby and the whole 4F movement showing him love, tapping in, and talking about bringing him into the family. Baby even put him on Dreams 2 reality, letting everyone know he saw something special in him. And people started running around saying Baby had signed both Rilo and NoCap, calling them the next wave coming out the South.
Two artists that I signed. Two of my artists.
Damn, you are not playing.
A little dude named Rollo and another one named NoCap. They actually hard.
But while all that was happening, there was another camp watching closely, and that's where the storm really starts brewing. But according to NoCap, that whole deal with Baby never went through, not even a little bit. He said Baby was talking big, showing love, making it seem official. But when it came time to actually put paperwork on the table, nothing ever happened. That had NoCap standing there like, so what's the real move here?
Lil Baby signed you or no?
Nah, I didn't sign a little baby. I'm still,
okay.
Yeah, I'm still an independent artist right now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so you're not, because there was something about you being Lil Baby's artist, but that's not true.
A lot of people, like, he was just rocking.
Control Lil Baby, man.
Man, I ain't really nothing to talk about, man.
Did you get a record clear?
Talking about for Rollo?
Yeah.
I really ain't, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, really this last little album, I ain't really tried to. You get what I'm saying? Cause it was just like, you know what I'm saying?
On the other side, you had NBA YoungBoy and the whole 4KT machine watching everything. And this is the moment where NoCap made the choice that changed his whole life, both the wins and the problems that came with it. He picked YoungBoy over Baby, and at that time, everybody around him thought that was the smartest path he could take. Let me keep it solid. NBA YoungBoy is the one who turned NoCap into a household name, straight up. Before that cosign, NoCap was talented and bubbling, but he wasn't breaking through the main doors yet. Then YoungBoy put him on Outta Here Safe, while NoCap was locked up in 2019, and that track took off like a rocket overnight. Suddenly, everybody knew his name, his sound, his whole vibe. All because YoungBoy opened the door when nobody else would. And YoungBoy didn't just throw NoCap one feature and disappear. Nah, he pulled him into the Never Broke Again circle like family, put him on multiple projects, kept his name hot, and treated him like a younger brother trying to level up. It looked real. It looked like loyalty and respect on both sides, like a team moving tight. When NoCap started having issues with Lil Baby and YoungBoy and 4KT stood behind him heavy. When Cold Hearted Savage started talking online about banning NoCap from Atlanta and taking his jewelry, YoungBoy's manager jumped straight into the comments defending him. It felt like NoCap had a whole army behind him, riding for him, protecting him, showing love. NoCap was living good at that time. His numbers were climbing, his shows were going up, his name was buzzing everywhere, and he had protection from one of the strongest camps in the game. Everything was lining up for him like destiny. But here's where things get tricky, because this is the kind of street politics most people watching online don't really understand. When you link up with NBA YoungBoy, you're not just getting a cosign. You're stepping into a whole world that comes with loyalty tests, real tension, and expectations that don't get written in no contract.
See, if things ain't all moving together, they usually fall apart. Because, sometimes what happens is when you're not around the team,
when you rock with YoungBoy, you don't just join his team. You pick up every single enemy he's made along the way, and he got tension with almost the whole industry. That's where the first real crack showed up. People online started accusing NoCap of dissing Lil Durk, and you already know Durk is one of YoungBoy's biggest rivals. If NoCap was throwing shots, it would have fit right into the 4KT playbook and made them look stronger. But instead of letting the speculation ride, NoCap jumped on social media and cleared it up instantly. He said he wasn't dissing Durk and that both of them keep each other's names out their mouths. To YoungBoy, that probably looked like soft energy, like his own artist wasn't standing on the same timing as him. Because in that world, if your people got rivals, then those rivals become your rivals. No questions asked. Loyalty gets measured by who you stand against, not just who you stand with. Fast forward to a few weeks ago. This is where everything finally snapped. A fan on Twitter told NoCap he needed to drop more music with YoungBoy. Normally, any artist would have replied with something chill like, "Yeah, we cooking," or "got something on the way." But NoCap didn't play it safe. He let the world know exactly how he felt. And this is where the drama exploded. He basically said he wants to shine off his own grind so nobody can claim he's only successful because of YoungBoy. He said they could link up for music again later. But for now, he's focused on building his own lane, his own brand, his own identity. That might sound harmless to a regular fan, but in YoungBoy's world, that hit different. Because think about it. This is the same guy who put him on, boosted his career, held him down, and stood behind him during every conflict. So hearing NoCap say he wants to stand alone probably felt like a slap in the face. Like he was telling people he didn't owe YoungBoy anything anymore. That kind of message can't slide in a circle built on loyalty, pride, and respect. And YoungBoy didn't stay silent for even a second. He snapped back immediately. What happened next shook everybody watching the situation unfold. YoungBoy jumped on the official Never Broke Again Instagram page and went all the way off on NoCap, tearing into him with a level of aggression nobody expected. The comment section went crazy. The blog started moving, and the whole internet knew the bond between them was broken in real time. And when I say YoungBoy went at him, he went all the way in. He hit NoCap with a line that froze the whole internet, saying, and I quote, "You a worker? You ain't my brother. You pay me." That alone was cold enough to shut the room down. But YoungBoy wasn't even close to finished. He kept talking, saying they're not making music together anymore because they're not cool like that. And he even called NoCap broke, claiming he only wanted money for features. But the disrespect got way deeper. YoungBoy said NoCap only stayed close to him because YoungBoy was the one buzzing at the time. Then he dragged it further, bringing up how NoCap wouldn't even take a picture with Quando Rondo when things got dangerous. He made it sound like NoCap was a friend when things were comfortable but disappeared when real pressure showed up. YoungBoy didn't stop there. He went straight for the soul after that. He reminded everybody that NoCap jumped online to clear his name when people thought he dissed Durk. And YoungBoy said that move proved NoCap was scared and not built for the kind of heat that comes with real conflict. He said, "You the same kid who had to clear your name when the internet made it seem like you were dissing," calling him out for trying to stay neutral in a situation where everybody was picking sides. And then things crossed into territory you can't come back from. YoungBoy said something so wild and inappropriate that it can't even be repeated word for word on this platform. Just know it wasn't business talk. It was personal, deep, and meant to hurt. Once someone goes that far, there's no patching it up, no shaking hands later, no rebuilding the bridge. That's a line you don't return from. NoCap tried to fire back, saying he held it down for YoungBoy for 3 years straight and always stood behind him. But compared to the heavy shots YoungBoy was throwing, NoCap's response looked small and didn't carry the same weight. The internet saw the difference instantly.
Independent artist right now.
Then things got even uglier. People started digging through old posts, and they found something that flipped the whole story. Way back in 2017, before anyone outside Alabama knew his name, NoCap had old Facebook posts where he was actually hating on YoungBoy. That discovery made the entire situation blow up even more, because it looked like this tension had roots long before the world even realized it. Back in those old Facebook posts, NoCap was talking wild. He said he couldn't listen to YoungBoy for more than 30 minutes. And he even said if someone claimed YoungBoy was better than Kodak, he'd slap their mama. That made the whole internet look at him sideways, because now it seemed like NoCap wasn't showing love at first. He was hating until it became good for his career. That kind of switch up makes people feel played, and it explains why YoungBoy came at him with so much anger. Now fast forward to this week, and NoCap has been spiraling all over social media. He's been arguing with his girlfriend Somalia Marie, calling out Chicago Heidi, and jumping into beef with anybody who even mentions his name. He said he's on his Thanksgiving break and has time for everybody, and he's been proving it by going off on everybody he sees online. But this next part, this is where the whole situation gets truly dangerous. Yesterday, NoCap posted something on Twitter that sent shockwaves through the whole hip-hop world. He wrote that if someone is 23 years old today, in 3 years, they'll be considered an uncle or auntie by the new generation. On the surface, it sounds like he's just making a point about how fast people get labeled old nowadays. But here's the twist. YoungBoy just turned 26 last month. So when NoCap was talking about 26-year-olds being uncles and aunties, he wasn't being random. He was taking a direct subliminal shot at YoungBoy. And YoungBoy caught that shot instantly. He jumped online and responded saying, "I gotta put the mic up," basically saying if he's really too old, he might as well retire from rap. That's when everyone watching realized this wasn't just jokes. These two were swinging at each other with real intent. Let me break down why this is getting dangerous. This is not regular rap beef where people trade diss tracks and keep it musical. This is betrayal between two people who used to call each other family, and now they're throwing punches with real feelings behind them. When betrayal shows up in the streets, people stop thinking about careers and start thinking about revenge. NoCap is basically calling YoungBoy irrelevant, washed, and past his time. And in street culture, that kind of disrespect hits harder than any diss track. YoungBoy already showed he doesn't play about disrespect. He said things earlier that were so extreme and inappropriate. They can't even be repeated word for word here. That wasn't entertainment talk. That was deep personal anger. And remember, both of these artists come from tough environments in Alabama, where conflict gets settled way differently than the industry expects. People out there stand on pride, loyalty, and reputation. And once someone feels played, they don't just talk about it. They start moving like they got something to prove. This tension is no longer about music, features, or numbers. It's about two former allies who now feel like each one disrespected the other in the worst way possible. And when pride starts mixing with public humiliation, the situation can go left faster than anybody expects. Both of them got crews behind them. Both of them got access to serious protection. And both of them got names they refuse to let anybody disrespect. When you mix all that with the level of trash talk flying around right now, it feels like something dangerous is sitting right around the corner. This whole situation shows how messy this industry gets when street loyalty mixes with business moves. It turns everything toxic fast. YoungBoy helped NoCap get famous, no question, but he expected loyalty to match that. So when NoCap tried to move on his own and build his own lane, YoungBoy took it as straight betrayal. And that's when things flip from music to emotions. Now you got two grown men who could be stacking millions together, building something huge, creating classic music. But instead, it looks like they're sliding toward a deadly path fueled by pride, hurt feelings, and disrespect. It's the same painful cycle we've watched too many times in hip-hop, and it never ends clean. Right now, both sides are firing subliminals online, taking shots, dropping lines, and poking at each other every single day. But trust me, this type of tension never stays on the internet forever. When people feel personally disrespected, somebody eventually moves in real life. And that's when things get irreversible. NoCap been acting reckless, posting wild stuff, arguing with everybody, moving like he doesn't care about consequences at all. And YoungBoy, he's never backed down from conflict in his life. And he already proved he'll take the disrespect to a level nobody expects. Both of them got crews ready to ride, both of them got pride, and neither one is trying to look weak in front of the world. The streets are watching every move, fans are choosing sides, the tension is getting hotter every single day. And this situation is inches away from going somewhere nobody can turn back from. I just hope both of them step back, and realize what they're risking before everything blows up for real. Now listen, this story is nowhere near done. Things are shifting fast and every hour something new pops up. So before you dip out of here, make sure you lock in with us because we're about to uncover even more of this madness. Smash that like button, turn on those notifications, subscribe to Rap Uncovered, and join the family. These streets don't sleep and we don't either. We drop heat every single day, and tomorrow's upload is gonna be even crazier, even deeper, and absolutely unmissable. Share this video with your homeboys, drop your thoughts in the comments, and stay tapped in. We'll catch you in the next one, right here at Rap Uncovered, where the truth of the streets lives.